College football certainly brings the excitement, but no sport captivates the frenzied energy of sports quite like college basketball. I mean, its signature event does have the word madness in it after all. So thanks for joining me on this ride through the next 4 months. Here we go, counting down our best basketball teams. Number 10, Florida State. The Seminoles are 8-1 with wins over Florida, LSU, Purdue, and UConn. More impressively, Florida State has done it without veteran forward Phil Kofer, one of the best three-point shooters in school history, who's still working his way back from a foot injury they suffered in late October. Number 9, Texas Tech. Chris Beard is building a powerhouse in Lubbock. A year after advancing to the first Elite Eight in program history, the third-year head coach has his squad off to an undefeated start. The Red Raiders bludgeoned their offensive opponents last year. This season, their offense has come to life as well, averaging nearly 78 points per game. Number 8, Auburn. Perhaps the SEC can be a basketball conference after all. The Tigers are 8-1 with a lone loss by just 6 points to Duke in Maui. Now, Auburn held off a tough Dayton team on Saturday behind 34 points from Bryce Brown. The all-conference senior guard is averaging 18 points per game to lead the Tigers. Number 7, Nevada. One of the more surprising teams in the 2017 NCAA tournament has gained contender status with a return of its entire core from that run. Now, the Wolfpack don't seem to be fazed by too much. They rallied from a 12-point deficit against a ranked Arizona State team and held off upset-minded Grand Canyon. Number 6, Virginia. Rinse and repeat. The Cavaliers have one of the best defenses in the country. UVA is holding opponents to an NCAA low 51.5 points per game, and in an always deep ACC, they'll provide the true measure of the Cavaliers' defense. Number 5, Michigan. The Wolverines are right behind UVA for the best defense in the country. The national runner-ups aren't taking a step back despite the graduation of a few core players from the 2017 run. They held Villanova to 46 points in their house and then beat North Carolina by 17. That serves some notice. The Wolverines are for real. Number 4, Duke. Whenever you have the best 3 freshmen in the nation, you're going to be pretty good. And the phenomenon of Zion captivated everyone through the first few weeks of the season. Now, Duke has beaten Kentucky and Auburn, their lone loss to Gonzaga. They nearly took down a much more experienced team. The Blue Devils will have by far the most talent in the country. The question is, can they mold that into the best team by the end of the season? Number 3, Gonzaga. Another fun part of college basketball, all these good teams usually play each other in non-conference. They have definitive measurables. The Bulldogs beat Duke, but were upended yesterday by Tennessee to fall from the ranks of the unbeaten. Junior Rui Hachimura is flashing All-American potential with 7 games over 20-plus points. Number 2, Tennessee. Behind first-team all-name team selection, Admiral Schofield, the Vols knocked off Gonzaga yesterday. Schofield dropped 30 points, 25 of them in the second half, including the game winner. And number 1, Kansas. That brings us to the Jayhawks, the only team to beat Tennessee this year. And with wins over Marquette and Michigan State, the Jayhawks are atop our first rankings of the year.
Tonight's NCAA Basketball Power Rankings are brought to you by IHOP.